Hello everybody, it's me again. Today I will do a brief review of the game Nothing Gained But Glory from the Musket and Pike series by GMT Games. I have played the Helmstadt scenario. I have put up 3 videos around it. I've now finished the scenario. It was a crushing victory for the Swedes, so basically even my game panned out like the historical result, which was a crushing defeat for the Danes. I have to say that I've been thinking about this game for the last 8 weeks or so. I have, on and off played it, played around with it, and I'm kind of lukewarm about it. I have to be quite honest. It kind of leaves the same feeling that I got from playing Ran. There is a lot of stuff in the game where I have to say I just don't get why mechanics are implemented in a certain way. The most important one that I absolutely have no understanding of, and I don't get why they implemented it this way, is the fact that you have different orders that a wing is under, which is fine. I think that's quite nice, although I don't think you really need to do it that strictly, but okay, that's a decision that they made. But it's really, really difficult to change orders. I have not been able for the Danish player to change the orders at all. During the whole scenario, they were always under receive charge orders, which made it really difficult. I also then later on tried to change the Swedish orders, which I'd managed to change to charge back to rally, because I wanted to do some rallying actions on the units, and that didn't work either because my rolls were not good enough. And I really don't understand what this is trying to signify, because to me it shows the mechanic implies that the commanders, the wing commanders, were so inept that they couldn't get their troops to reform. So I thought, okay, well maybe this is to do with the fact that the strength points resemble a huge amount of soldiers. So it's really difficult once they have been told what to do to actually revoke these orders, which would make sense. I mean, if it's, let's say, hundreds of thousands of people rushing from one end of the battlefield to the other, and if in the meantime you want to change orders, I can totally understand that would be next to impossible. So you would have to have a die roll to kind of reflect that difficulty. Especially when you compare it to games like Infidel, where you don't have this mechanic, where you can make a decision, oh yeah, well, these are all disordered, I'm just going to let them not do anything this activation phase so I can flip them over to be ordered again. It would be really great if you could do something like this, or to rally them, but you can't if they're under charge orders. You can't reform them, which is also a problem if you have cavalry and they have used their 2 pistol shots. Then you cannot even get them to reload their pistols, which I thought was really odd. And so I thought, okay, let's do something. Let's compare the number of soldiers that each chit represents between GBOH. I took Conquest of Gaul as an example. And Nothing Gained But Glory, because in Conquest of Gaul you don't have those issues at all. You can make decisions at legion level as to what the legion should be doing, and you don't have to roll. You can just make a decision that, for example, one of the chits doesn't move, so basically the unit stays still, and then you can actually order them again. So I compared the strength points, or the number of soldiers that the strength points and the units represented, and they're identical. One unit in GBOH is in Conquest of Gaul is a cohort, which is about 300 to sometimes 300 to 600 men, depending on the time and also the type of legion you're looking at. Apparently, I looked it up in a book. It said that it's between 300 and 600. And one strength point in Nothing Game But Glory represents 70 people in Halmstad. So you have between 3 and 4 strength points per unit. So that's 210 to 280. So that's about the same size. So the size is about the same. So I'm not sure why you cannot command them the same way. So that was one of the gripes. And it's a really major gripe, because I had the Swedes. I had one of the wings of the Swedes in charge mode. I couldn't change their orders. They had to move adjacent to the Danes, and they just got hammered. And I thought this was really strange, because why can I, as the commander of this wing, who sees that the cavalry is out of ammunition. They have shaken formation already, but I need to move them adjacent to the enemy. I cannot change orders. I thought this was really strange, and it also detracted, in my opinion, from the strategic decision making that you as the player has. It's way too chancy, in my opinion. Like I said, I don't understand why this mechanic has been implemented this way. I have not found anything in the book that enlightens me. Overall, I wouldn't say that I'm disappointed, but I would say that this, for me to enjoy this game, I think I would really have to spend, I don't know, I don't even know if spending more time on this is going to make any difference. It didn't grip me at all. I suppose it's a really good game. If you're interested, probably especially in the Scanian Wars, then of course I would definitely say check it out. From a mechanics point of view, I feel it takes away my ability to make strategic decisions, because too much is left to chance. Like I said, I mean, it does remind me very much of the feeling that I got when I was playing Ran. Although I spent much more time on Nothing Game But Glory than I spent on Ran. So I don't know. I mean, maybe someone here is watching this video and will go, "Oh yeah, well, I know why they have implemented the mechanic in this way." And if you do, then please let me know, because I would really like to understand it. I read the playbook 3 times. I read different versions of the rules to see, was I maybe missing something. So I'm very happy to hear from people who have played this game, who really enjoy it. Overall, it's an okay game, I suppose, and it's probably very good for people who enjoy the Scanian Wars or who want to play them. To me, I don't know, I found the mechanics a little bit clunky, and it's not really heavy when it comes to the number of markers, for example. It's not as light on markers as Infidel. And the tables are very easy to use. I mean, the battle mechanics are very easy, very simple. You roll 1 die, you have a couple of modifiers, it's very easily readable, it's printed on the charts, and you can't go wrong there, really. The one thing that I thought was really strange is when you do close combat, the person you're attacking gets to attack you first. I thought that was really strange as well. Especially the Danes really suffered from this, because they attacked the Swedes who were attacking them, and they ended up with elimination rolls and retreat rolls, so that even before the Swedes had lifted one, well, whatever it is that they have, one saber, I suppose, the cavalry, before they even poked the enemy was already running for the hills, at least 2 hexes. So I thought this was odd too, but hey, I mean, there must be a reason for this mechanic as well. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where I would have to sit down and maybe, you know, change the rules a little bit here or there, tweak them. But like I said, I don't have enough love for this game to sit down and actually now try and take it apart and change the rules. It's not like Citadel that I really want to return to, where I think that, like a lot of people said, even they tried to put everything into the game and added a rule here and added a rule there, and oh, that would be a cool mechanic, and then they ended up with this game that's neither a strategy nor a tactical game, but something in between, and it satisfies neither. But I think it's something where I would really like to go back to one day and fix it. Whereas here I have to say, not really motivated. So don't get me wrong, I'm not recommending the game. I'm just saying the game is not for me. Okay, bye.